Hello and welcome friends. The Walgreen Company, known simply as Walgreens, is the largest drug retailing chain in the United States. As of January 31st, 2012, the company operates 8,300 stores in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico and Guam. It was founded in Chicago, Illinois in 1901. Walgreens headquarters are in the Chicago suburbs of Deerfield. Walgreens provides access to consumer goods and services plus pharmacy, health and wellness services in America through its retail drugstore, Walgreens Health Services Division and Walgreens Health and Wellness Division. Walgreens had 8,061 drugstores as of December 31st, 2012. Walgreens runs several online stores such as www.beauty.com, drugstore.com and www.visiondirect.com. Walgreens began in 1901 with a drugstore on the corner of Bowen Avenue and Cottage Grove in Chicago, owned by Galesburg native Charles R. Walgreen Sr. By 1913, Walgreens had grown to 4 stores on Chicago's South Side. In 1922, the company introduced a malted milkshake, which led to its establishing ice cream manufacturing plant. After Charles Walgreen Sr. died in 1939, his son Charles R. Walgreen took over the chain until his retirement. 2006, Walgreens acquired the Happy Harris chain in Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland and New Jersey. October 2007, Walgreens opened its 6,000th store in New Orleans, Louisiana. February 17, 2010, Walgreens announced plans to acquire New York City area chain Duane Reade for $1.075 billion, including debt. Walgreens continued to operate in the New York City metropolitan area as Duane Reade. Its stores near existing Walgreens were closed. June 19, 2012, Walgreens paid $6.7 billion for a 45% stake in Alliance Boots. Walgreens has its corporate headquarters in Deerfield, Illinois. As of 2009, Walgreens employed 5,200 people at its headquarters. In 1987, Walgreens employed about 1,100 people at its headquarters, which was at the time in an unincorporated area on the west side of Deerfield. As of 2000, headquarters was still in an unincorporated area in West Deerfield Township.
Hi, I'm Rob Eder. You're watching Drugstore News TV. Today, I'm here with Walgreens President and CEO Greg Wasson. Greg, for years, Walgreens had been rewarded for being the hedgehog of the industry. It didn't make big acquisitions. It built its own stores. Didn't recruit from without. It cross-pollinated its best people and promoted from within. But today, there's a decided difference in the way Walgreens operates its business. It's making big acquisitions. You're recruiting people, really talented people from outside of the organization. Can you talk a little bit about how the company's values are obviously still the same, but how the strategy has evolved and maybe how the mission has evolved today versus 5 or 10 years ago?
Yeah, maybe I'll start with the hedgehog, comment. I think certainly that hedgehog philosophy and the label we got over the years, over the last couple of decades, for our organic, deliberate growth was right on. And I think because of that, we've been given, this management team's been given, a tremendous foundation to build upon. We have nearly 8,000 of the best corners in America that we found, virtually one at a time. So I think that served us well. I would say that, the hedgehog mentality still exists within this company, maybe a hybrid of it, right? But I think that, and why do I say that is because we've got the opportunity now to really take our presence in communities, those nearly 8,000 locations, and really create something even more special and even of more value in communities across the country.
The store management team usually includes a store manager, MGR, an executive assistant manager, EXA, and at least one assistant manager, MGT. In 2009, Walgreens introduced the store team lead, STL, or non-management key holder position in many of its stores. In 2012, Walgreens announced that they would be phasing out the MGT EXA and STL position for the Assistant Store Manager Trainee ASMT, Assistant Store Manager ASM, and Shift Leader SFL position respectively.
I do think that RELA is working to try to drive value-added corporate social responsibility and sustainability. I do think that at the same time, to one of your comments, that we do also work with the local community, the local establishments that we think can really play a big part as far as part of our strategy to drive our corporate sustainability and social responsibility as well. So I guess I would say in some cases I wouldn't agree that the small business and small employers are going to be left out of this. I think there's actually opportunity. As far as what the cost may be, certainly we think there's opportunity to drive sustainability and corporate social responsibility without driving costs up. So acknowledge your comment, appreciate your comment, and thank you very much.
In 2002, Walgreen's Senior Vice President of Supply Chain and Logistics, Randy Lewis, began a program aimed at providing opportunity to the disabled to work side by side with typical workers. The result was the development and opening of 2 distribution centers whose staff is approximately 40% disabled. The model was so successful that other companies such as Clark's Companies, NA, GlaxoSmithKline, Best Buy and Costco have either examined it or placed it under consideration. Walgreens formerly owned Sanborns, one of the largest pharmacy and department store chain in Mexico, having purchased Sanborns from Frank Sanborn in 1946 and selling it to Grupo Carso in 1982. In the 1980s, Walgreens owned and operated a chain of casual family restaurant pancake houses called Wax, an attempt to compete with Woolworth's launch countries. In 2006, in efforts to clean the environments of the communities in which Walgreens stores operated, Walgreens teamed up with Imaginald to bring solar power system to 2 distribution centers and 100 stores. This has significantly lowered the amount of electricity supplied from outside sources. The distribution centers and stores in California make 20% to 50% of their own electricity from the solar power system. The company has also removed arguably harmful air fresheners from its stores and started selling products made from recycled juice cartons. Hope you had a nice learning experience with us. Have a nice day ahead.